Found out I was being cheated on and it's wrecking me. To start, I guess I'll begin with the realization. It started with small things that can be chalked up to odd but insignificant enough to be undeniable proof. Something so small that it is easily dismissed without thought when you confront them. Well, the other night the insignificance was no longer so insignificant. It was undeniable proof. When we first met years ago, my partner was cheated on. I worked relentlessly to help heal that wound I didn't create. No one deserves to ever feel that way. When discussing cheating, it was always expressed as the most disgusting and unbelievable betrayal. The story was that she discovered him cheating on her because he would go out on work events and refused to invite her to tag along. This blew my mind, as I simply never want to attend a work event without my person. There is no desire in that for me personally, and she clearly felt the same due to not only her ex-experience, but because that is just how she is. Well, she decided to get really sloppy and attended a work event. It was self-planned. I told her I wanted to go and was met with the excuse, "You don't like bowling." Like, yeah, I don't, but I have went to work bowling events even just for the mere fact to hang out with everyone. You know? Don't have to actively participate. Well, that event comes after being rescheduled multiple times. I wanted her to have fun, but I felt absolutely sick in my gut and couldn't ignore my intuition. So, I had asked her again. She finally admits it. Tells me everything. Far as I know. Never got anywhere physically to my knowledge, but the whole thing is eating me alive. We cried and talked for hours on end. I remained fully respectful despite my immense hurt. I won't call her out if her name or disrespect her. Don't have it in me. I cannot sleep or eat. It's been just slightly over 24 hours since finding out. She blocked him everywhere. She didn't use a shitty excuse like it meant nothing, because let's face it, that truly would have been more insulting. She was transparent on why she had developed feelings. She says she wants to fully be with me and loves me, and that she wants us to work on us. We have never once had a fight, but after a traumatic year, not due to our relationship at all. It has been a year of the greatest loss for me and a pretty bad back injury for her. It was easy to fall into a very roommate-like feeling. We both mainly chose to spend our day-to-day scrolling and bed rotting when not working. She felt neglected. I felt neglected. Thing is, this plays a role but is no excuse. This was mutual, yet we were both in this boat of depression, and she chose to be the one to pull the plug and let us sink. I could absolutely never fathom doing that to someone ever. I genuinely would have bet a winning lottery ticket that she would never be that person. Never crossed my mind until the blatantly obvious and undeniable proof came in her making the most obvious mistake in her cheating. Took a page straight out her ex's playbook. The guy she has feeling for. I read the texts. In order to even consider rebuilding and repairing us, I needed to see it. I needed as much of the story as possible. From what the texts display, he barely even responds to her, unless he needed a ride to work. It's almost embarrassing. Their feelings were mutual, but there was no actual depth discussion about it. He even has a girlfriend, and has the audacity to say he feels like he just plays house being with that other girl. Like, it makes me look at my own girlfriend and think, damn, you have so little regard for not only me but also a fellow woman. What do you possibly see in someone who's got nothing tangible to offer? This guy who hardly responds to you unless he needs something from you. Someone who needs a ride to work will say whatever to you to get that. Lol, I don't know, I'm sick with pain, but part of me find this almost laughable. To top it off, he's dying of liver disease. He's an alcoholic. Her father was too and has deep trauma over that. Literally, she won't be around alcoholic family members due to it. Yet caught feelings for an alcoholic. None of it makes any sense. Not one bit. I'm just spiraling and keep catching myself in a daze of pure shock and hurt for hours on end. I understand she felt that bond due to mutuality in a medical life-changing injury and whatnot, but why was that alone enough to have thrown us away forever? I want to work through it, but at the end of the day, I cannot guarantee I can. I truly could never fathom doing that to her, and to be lied to for a month is just beyond me. I am fighting like hell to be everything she needs in all aspects, but it has to be mutual fully through. She has been cooperative in all my boundaries and requests. It feels like she is serious about working on this. I am also going to stay with my friend for a few days. as I really need to separate myself temporarily to allow myself the space to work through this individually. I feel absolutely psycho because one minute I can talk about how much I want us to fill each other cups and do better. Relationships are work. Real love is a daily commitment, not the initial spark. But a blink of an eye later, I am reduced to tears and pure pain at the idea of losing her, and knowing she could betray me. There was a million options that could have and should have taken place before that. And even then, cheating has no room to ever take place. I'm hoping within time it can be something fixable. It truly could have been worse, and from a purely human aspect, I do fully understand the reasoning does not excuse it to any degree, but I still can sympathize. I don't know. I really needed to throw this into the void. It just absolutely sucks. I'm wrecked.